The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the host of this show are for entertainment purposes only. I repeat, this is not serious, this is not real. I am an untrained professional content creator who is freestyling this show. I do not encourage you to try this at home alone. Enjoy the show.
What up, guys? Happy day 16 of Lent. We're not halfway there yet. We have 2 more days until we're halfway there. And then we shall be halfway there. And then we got another 20 days, and then we've done it. Thank you to each and every one of you who are sharing this and with me. I do appreciate it. You. And if you're new here, welcome to What's Up, Cynthia. I am Cynthia. And for Lent this year, I am reading from a book, this book right here, and it's called What to Give Up for Lent That Isn't Chocolate, and it's by an artist by the name of Brenda Bugat. And she says that Lent is an annual opportunity to focus our time and energy on something greater than ourselves. It is a chance to let go of what we want so that we can gain more of what God wants us to have. Indeed. Alrighty, guys. Oh my gosh. So, out of all of the pictures, this one, I wish you guys could really see. Obviously, it's of Muhammad Ali. However, like the detail, because he's a what kind of artist is she? She's like where you like take different things, collage. I'm not sure. I'm not an artist, so you artists help me out. But you can see the different materials, and even if you look super close in this picture, you can see the different things that she used. This is called obviously Muhammad Ali. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it's called. So, guys, if you get a chance to see this picture, so beautiful, so beautiful. There's like other pictures in the picture, but you have to see it to see what I'm talking about. But anyways, guys, so today we are talking about chasing unnecessary obligations. Now, because this is about Lent, she does quote Bible scriptures. So, as always have your Bible out if somebody's quoting Bible scriptures just to confirm what they're saying is correct. Now, she starts off by reading Romans 13:8-10. Now, my Bible study right now is in Romans, guys. And I have to tell you, that is a beautiful, beautiful book in the Bible. If you're like, hey, I've never read the Bible, I'm not interested, but I might pick it up here and there, go to Romans. Romans is that essence of the Christian life. Ooh. Alrighty, so she reads from Romans 13:8-10. And my book titles it Love, for the Day is Near. Ooh, okay. It starts off by saying, let no debt remain outstanding, except for the continuing debt to love one another. For he who loves his fellow man has fulfilled the law. The commandments: do not commit adultery, do not murder, do not steal, do not covenant, and whatever other commandments there may be, all summed up in this one rule: love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no harm to its neighbor. Therefore, love is fulfillment of the law. Man, that's beautiful. And let me tell you, sometimes it's hard to love people, especially on this app. All right. She goes on to say, she says, I was talking to a friend recently about this very thing. She wisely reminded me to pray over my schedule daily and ask the Lord, what do you have for me today? Guys, I want you to know in my Bible study, a lady actually said that this is what she does every day. She prays over her schedule every day. I've never thought about that. I wake up, I pray, Lord, get me through the day. Sometimes I don't even want to get out of bed because life is just coming at me, right? But I've never thought about praying over my day. She also reminded me that the Lord's burden is light, and I should not burden myself with things that are not mine to do. I'm trying to ask Him to direct me throughout the day and to motivate me with love and joy to only do those things that He asked me to do today. Did you give up on hating Paul for Lent? Well, it's not actually that I hate Paul. It's just that Paul is a very rude person to me. In fact, he's always spreading things about me and always cutting me down and just he has nothing to say good about me. So it's not that I hate him. It's just that I choose not to be near him. And when he says these things, sometimes I'm going to address them. Not always, but Christians say the darndest things. I wonder if you hold Paul accountable, because doesn't he always say he's the Christ like? Do you hold him accountable the way you're trying to hold me? Have I ever seen you go into the comments and say, Paul, why are you saying that about people? Or do you support him? And do you give him life to continue that? But thank you, Arpul, for stepping by. All right, it says, when do you feel like unnecessarily obligations are weighing heavily on you? What seems urgent thing or person demands your attention most often? Most often, I can I can think of one. It bears repenting. When when we say no to unnecessarily obligations, we are saying yes to something greater. Many times throughout the day, I have to stop and ask myself, Brenda, what goal are you chasing? And what goal are you chasing? Are you chasing? And I'm speaking strictly from this app. Are you chasing the goal of having the most numbers? Are you chasing the goal of being the most liked? What are you chasing here? She goes on to say, I know it takes courage to say no. It's a fight, but we must stay in this ring intensely focused and undistracted. That's probably why she has the picture of Muhammad Ali saying, because we have to stay in the fight. She goes on to read Ecclesiastes 3:11. And this one's the verse says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. He set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they can't fathom what God has done from the beginning to the end. Man, nobody can really fathom that. I know there's a bunch of people on here that think they know what's best for you, for me, for them, for everybody, but they can't. They don't. They're merely lying to themselves. She goes on to ask, oh, and then she did Ephesians 5:15 and 16. Be very careful then how you live, not not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Indeed, days are evil. And then she goes on to ask, what is difficult about managing our time each day? For me, I always feel like I'm overwhelmed by so many things. Then she asked, what are examples of unnecessarily obligations? Sitting on panels. I'm just speaking from, YouTube perspective. Um, Unnecessarily obligations. Gosh, I don't know because I'm often going out with friends or like, hey, let's have lunch or planning lunches or planning outings. And sometimes, guys, I'm like, no, I want to sit home today. I want to do nothing. I've got things around here I need to take care of. But then I remind myself that maybe they need to spend this time. So I don't know if it's an unnecessarily obligation, but I do, when I commit to obligations, I do think maybe this person needs this and I need to show up for them today. I'm going to have to think about what, honestly, I can't even think of anything I really need to cut out. Like it's unnecessarily obligations. I'm obligated to show up for my family. I'm obligated to show up for those that I love. And trust me, sometimes that's kind of hard. But I do feel like it's my duty. She ends with a small prayer. Open your eyes to see what God has for you today. Indeed. And if you don't know, ask Him. Another Bible study I used to go to, one of the ladies there said every day she asked God, send me someone to help today. Send me somebody that needs me to help them today for you, Lord. And I thought that was beautiful. Um, so please make sure to ask God to show you what He has in store for you today. Ooh. And then she ends with the verse in Psalms 90:12 that says, teach us to number our days aright, that they may gain the heart of wisdom. So teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Indeed. I pray that every day you do gain wisdom. Listen, you're never going to handle every situation perfectly. You're going to say things and you're going to do things and you're going to think back, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And some, like, for instance, the other day I was at the grocery store. Did y'all know that Paris Hilton now has a coffee creamer that's hot? I I had to try it. It's supposed to be sweet and spicy. There was a jalapeno on there. I thought, ooh, it's going to be spicy. I can't wait. So when I was walking by it, I said out loud, I thought I said it in my head, but it wasn't. I said, Paris Hilton has a coffee creamer now? Oh my gosh. Right. And this lady was stopping and looking at me, and she looked at the coffee creamer. And of course, I'm still having the conversation in my head, but saying it out loud. And I said, when did Paris Hilton start making coffee creamer? That's hot. And if you guys know anything about Paris Hilton, that used to be her line. That's hot. That's hot. Even the coffee creamer says that's hot, but it's not really hot, guys. And this lady, she just started cracking up. And she just started laughing. And she said, thank you. Thank you so much for making me laugh today. And I was embarrassed because I thought I was having the conversation in my head. But apparently I was saying, and I was so embarrassed. And I became like, oh my God, why did you do this, Cynthia? That I just walked off. I just walked off. I didn't know what to say to her because I didn't know, right? So later I'm walking around the store and I'm thinking, what a bitch. Like, you didn't even acknowledge that she spoke to you. And you know, and even though, I mean, I wasn't like a bitch and didn't say like, hey, get away, but I didn't acknowledge it. And I really hated that about myself the rest of the day. And I'm making a mental note now that when a random person talks to me or a random person says a comment to me, instead of being in that moment fearful of that or being embarrassed, I think I was more embarrassed than anything else that, oh my God, I'm having this conversation out loud, is that I'm going to acknowledge that, hey, it wasn't me that made you laugh. It was the spirit in me that brought laughter to you today. So that is my example today of, well, I don't know what that was, but teaching us wisdom. That day brought about wisdom for me that day to it's okay to talk to strangers sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, stranger danger, get away. But anyways, guys, again, thank you so very much for tuning in. We're on day 16. Tomorrow we're going to go to day 17. And guys, I really hope you stick around to day 40. Day 40, I have a very beautiful story to share about this book and my experience with it. And I do hope you guys tune in. And most importantly, guys, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day and gain wisdom from this day. Being funny for others is way cool. It is, but I was embarrassed. Like, now I can see, I shouldn't have been embarrassed, but like in that moment, I get like freezed up. I'm like, ugh. And so like, I'm caught off guard. My senses are off. I don't know what to do. And my fight or fight kicks in, and I just walked away. I grabbed my coffee creamer and walked away. So guys, I want you guys to gain wisdom today, not only today, but tomorrow and every day. For every day you have an opportunity to grow, and that truly is a blessing. And with that being said, you guys have a great day.